Young and restless Courtney Hope speaks out after life-changing car accident. I was in shock. Even in the absolute best of outcomes, accidents, particularly car accidents, can be terrifying ordeals. Yesterday, the young and the restless Courtney Hope was in a car accident with her family, and the experience clearly left her shaken. Thankfully, it seems, everyone is doing alright after the accident, though Hope wasn't sure if the cars were totaled or not. But after sharing news of what happened, she took to her Instagram stories to thank everyone who reached out and sent me positivity. "I'm okay physically," she shared. "I'm definitely really bummed and really drained, but I'm just so thankful that everyone involved was okay." With that said, the absolute kindness of everyone involved and around the accident clearly left her moved. There are definitely times when accidents can bring out the worst in people, lead to shouting matches and accusations at who was at fault. But this was not one of those times. It was two families coming together. And so much more. As Hope put it, accidents are heavy and people are angry, and it just wasn't bad at all. Everyone was just like, "Oh my God, I'm glad that we're okay, and I don't know if our cars are totaled or not, but where are you from? What do you do for a living? How are you, and come over to our house for drinks." We were having drinks and dinner and exchanging numbers and taking photos, and I'm so thankful for that experience. Neither she nor her brother could get over how it all went down. The most wild experience was how positive and overwhelmingly beautiful it ended up being, hanging out with the guy and his family and my family, she shared in wonder. People that witnessed it stayed for hours, and workers and neighbors and Oprah's team were at the Houdini house and them coming down. By the end, we were laughing and taking photos. And why not? How many car accidents do folks go through right in front of the legendary Houdini's house, and that involve Oprah Winfrey's people helping out? Of course, it also shouldn't be surprising that Hope made it through with such a positive attitude. As she posted back in June, "Laughter is free, and the only thing we're promised is this very moment. And if there's anything that reminds us of that, it's a brush with our mortality." I was in shock of how in such a really heavy moment, something beautiful can come out of it, Sally's portrayer marveled. Honestly, all that mattered was that we were all okay. And then we just spent the next few hours handling logistics, brushing off the stress and the shock. When all was said and done, she concluded, it was life-changing, and I feel like something bigger was happening. "I really appreciate everyone that reached out," Hope added. "What really matters is human beings. Kindness and love and gratitude goes a long way. It was so eye-opening to see that in the midst of darkness, there is light if you just become it. We're just glad that everyone involved was okay." Shaken, definitely, but it's incredibly rare to come out of an accident feeling good, not just about it, but about life. Twice as nice, young and restless Aunt Jordan may use an old trick to mess with the Newmans anew. If young and restless Aunt Jordan was smart, she would disappear for good so the Newmans could never find her. Unfortunately, she's both cunning and crazy, so it's a safe bet she'll pop up again soon to continue pursuing her vendetta, and we have a hunch she'll pull out a trick that worked well for her in the past in order to mess with the family anew. Eve Howard's twisted sister managed to wreak a certain amount of havoc on the Newmans at the lake house, leaving them with psychological scars, and a bodily one in Nick's case, and forcing Nikki off the wagon, which she's going to continue to struggle with moving forward. In Victoria and Cole's case, they have been left to struggle with the devastating idea that the young woman who lured them into Jordan's clutches could possibly be their daughter, Eve, who they believed died in the hospital NICU. Claire, of course, was taken into custody by the authorities, and Victoria and Cole had promised to help her find out who she is if she helped save their lives in the lake house. Obviously, the next step is going to be a DNA test to find out if Claire is indeed Eve. The fact is, we don't know if Aunt Jordan's claim is true. Her story is that she posed as a nurse at the hospital in question and stole baby Eve, replacing her with a premature newborn who didn't make it, the baby that Victoria and Cole mourned. She then raised Eve as Claire Grace, telling her that her parents didn't want her, and stoking the bitterness that would eventually see her take part in a plan to capture the Newmans and make them pay for their perceived sins. Moving forward, we're assuming that Claire will be revealed to be Eve, but what if the DNA test only serves to prolong the torture? Aunt Jordan, having escaped the authorities by climbing into a vent and hiding, is undoubtedly lurking and, as with all deliciously bad soap villains, will know exactly what is going on so that she can plot her next move. Should Claire, Cole, and Victoria agree to have DNA testing done, it wouldn't be a stretch for Jordan, who Cole confirmed has a nursing background, to pose as a nurse again in order to access the test and monkey with the results. What she would do with them, and why, is the question. If Jordan has lied about Claire's identity and she is not baby Eve, changing the DNA results to make it appear as though she is Cole and Victoria's daughter would not only help Claire out of her current legal jam but she would be messing with Victor's daughter in a way that could only delight her. How? Victoria, Cole, and the rest of the family will go on believing that Claire is Eve for who knows how long before the bubble is cruelly burst again and they discover that Jordan altered the DNA test to inflict even more pain. What we do know is that it won't be long before we find out Jordan's next move. Do you think she'll pose as a nurse and mess with the DNA test? Let us know in the comments. New details emerge on soap star Billy Miller's death. The General Hospital and the Young and the Restless actor's cause of death has been revealed after he was found dead on September 15 at age 43 at his home in Austin, Texas, days before he was due to turn 44, following a long battle with bipolar disorder and manic depression. Article content. An autopsy report obtained by Radar Online has now shown the actor was found in his bathtub with an apparent gunshot wound to the head. First responders were said by the document to have found multiple letters indicating suicidal intent and a revolver chambered for .410 shotgun shells in the descendant's right hand. Miller, who wasn't married and had no children, also had several drugs and alcohol in his system at the time of his death, including cocaine and its metabolites, diphenhydramine, and amphetamine. His blood alcohol level was listed at 0.08, according to Radar. Miller's mom Patricia revealed a few days after the shock death of her son that he had surrendered his life. She told Soap Opera Digest, "He fought a long, hard, valiant battle with bipolar depression for years. He did everything he could to control the disease. He loved his family, his friends and his fans, but in the end, the disease won the fight. We all loved him so much and are desperately trying to deal with our loss," she concluded. "I will have nothing further to say. Thanks for the love and support." Miller got his big break in 2007 when he landed his first big TV role as Richie Novak on All My Children. He was cast as Billy Abbott on The Young and the Restless a year later, and starred on the CBS series from 2008 to 2014. His performance earned him 3 Daytime Emmy Awards, 2 for Best for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series and 1 for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. He went on to play Drew Kane and Jason Morgan on General Hospital, on which he was a series regular until 2019. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.